Good evening, student. Today we are going to revise all the poetic device. As you have your exam on 15, let us quickly revise all of them. Poetic devices are literary techniques that poets use to enhance the meaning of their poems. First one is rhyming scheme. The rhyming scheme is the practice of rhyming words placed at the end of the lines in prose or poetry. It refers to the word order. It refers to the order in which particular word rhyme. For example, twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. If you will look at this poem, the first word of the first line is star and the second line is R. So they both are rhyming together. Third line, if you will see, high and sky, they are rhyming. In this way you can find the rhyming scheme. Second one is alliteration. Alliteration is a literary device in which words are used in quick succession and begin with letter belonging to the same sound group. It adds character and an element of fun to the writing. For example, seashells on the seashore. Third one, anaphora. Anaphora is when used when a word or phrase is repeated at the beginning of multiple sentences to emphasize the repeated phrase and evoke strong feeling in the audience. For example, every day, every night, in every way, I am getting better and better. Fourth one, enjambment. Enjambment in poetry means moving over from one line to another without a terminating punctuation mark. For example, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Next one is epithet. An epithet is a descriptive literary device used to attribute a special quality to a person or place. For example, dogs have been such important and constant companions to human beings that they have earned the epithet man's best friend. Next one, imaginary. Imaginary helps the reader visualize the author's writing by using metaphors, illusions, and descriptive words to awaken sensory perceptions. Example, silence was broken by the peal of piano keys as Shannon began practicing her concerto. Auditory, imaginary. Next, metaphor. Metaphor directly compares one subject to another by implying that they are the same. For example, snow is a white blanket. Next, simile. A simile is a type of metaphor that compares an object, idea, or action using as or like. For example, you were as brave as a lion. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia refers to the words that mimics the sound they represent. Example, slam, splash, bubble, quarrel, mumble, meow, ouch, etc. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is the use of contradictory or contrasting concepts placed together in a way that makes sense. Example, there was a love-hate relation between the two neighboring states. Next, paradox. A paradox is a statement that appears contradictory but holds significant meaning. Example, I can resist anything but temptation. Next, personification. Personification assigns human traits to inanimate object, animal, or phenomena. For example, wind howled in the night. Next, refrain. A refrain is a poetic device where a phrase or line is repeated at regular intervals in different stanza. For example, I do see the glory of morning, such a lovely beauty of flowers please me. I do see the glory of morning. Devices repetition. Repetition involves writing a word or phrase multiple times for emphasis. Example, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Next, rhythm and rhyme. Rhythm and rhyme create a musical effect in prose and poetry by using similar sounding words. Example, I am a teapot, short and stout. This is my handle and this is my spout. Next, symbolism. Symbolism involves using object, figures or event to represent a deeper meaning beyond their literal sense. Example, all the world's stage and all the men and women merely players. Next one is hyperbole. Exertion. Hyperbole is an extreme exertion used for emphasis. Example, I walked 1,000,000 miles to get here. Next is pun. Pun is a play on words with multiple meaning, often used humorously. Example, is life worth living? That depends on the liver. Next one is irony. Irony is a statement that conveys the opposite of its literal meaning, often for humorous or dramatic effect. For example, she speaks of her unlawful sister as the jewels of our father. Next is illusion. Illusion makes an indirect reference to something well known. For example, David was being such a Scrooge. Scrooge means refer to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Next is assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound within word in a phrase or a sentence. For example, the silken said uncertain rustling of each pearl curtain. Next is sanakdaki. Sanakdaki is when a part of something represents the whole or vice versa. For example, 100 head of cattle, using head to refer to whole animals. Next is consonance. Consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds, usually in the middle or at the end of the words. For example, Peter, Patter, Funny, Bunny. I have revised all the important poetic devices for class 10, explaining them with examples. I hope you have understood them well and can apply them to both poetry and prose. This was a quick revision to help you prepare for your English exam. Revise them thoroughly and I wish you all the best for your exam. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day.